Have you ever heard that holding a baby too much will spoil them? Many people believe this. They think that by constantly picking up a crying baby, you are setting them up to be overly dependent and unable to soothe themselves. This belief has been passed down through generations, often leading parents to worry about the consequences of giving their baby too much attention. They think babies will become clingy and demanding if you pick them up every time they cry. The idea is that by letting them cry it out, babies will learn to self-soothe and become more independent. However, this perspective overlooks the fundamental needs of a baby and the way they communicate. But guess what? That's just not true. Research and experts in child development have shown that responding to a baby's cries is crucial for their emotional and psychological development. When you hold and comfort your baby, you are not spoiling them. You are teaching them that the world is a safe place and that their needs will be met. Babies need to be held and comforted. This physical closeness helps them regulate their emotions and feel secure. When a baby is held, they can hear their parents' heartbeat, feel their warmth, and be reassured by their presence. This connection is vital for their growth and well-being. It's how they learn to trust us and feel safe. Trust is the foundation of a healthy relationship, and it starts from these early interactions. When a baby knows that their cries will be answered, they develop a sense of security that will benefit them throughout their life. Babies cry for a reason. It's their way of telling us that something is not right. Whether they are hungry, uncomfortable, or just in need of some affection, their cries are a call for help that should not be ignored. It's their only way to communicate. Unlike older children or adults, babies can't use words to express their needs. Crying is their primary means of communication, and it is up to us to respond with care and understanding. When they cry, they're telling us they need something. It could be something as simple as a diaper change or as complex as needing comfort after a long day. By responding to their cries, we are acknowledging their needs and helping them feel understood. Maybe they're hungry, tired, or just need a cuddle. Each cry is different, and with time, parents learn to distinguish between them. Understanding these cues helps in providing the right kind of care and support. Ignoring a crying baby won't make them independent. In fact, it can have the opposite effect. When a baby's cries are consistently ignored, they may become more anxious and less secure, leading to greater dependency in the long run. It just makes them feel alone and insecure. Babies need to know that they are not alone in this world and that their caregivers are there to support them. By responding to their cries, we are building a foundation of trust and security that will help them grow into confident and independent individuals. So why do people believe this myth about spoiling babies? Part of it comes from old-fashioned ideas about parenting. Years ago, experts thought babies should be kept on a strict schedule. They believed showing too much affection would make children weak. Luckily, we know better now. Research shows that babies thrive when their needs are met. Responding to their cries actually helps them become more independent and secure. It's all about building a strong foundation of love and trust. Imagine being brand new to the world. Everything is loud, bright, and confusing. You don't understand what's happening. Now imagine someone you love and trust is always there to comfort you. That's what it's like for a baby when we respond to their needs. When babies know they can count on us, they feel safe and secure. This allows them to relax, explore, and learn. It's like giving them the confidence to grow and thrive. Don't just take my word for it. Let's dive deeper into why spoiling is actually a myth, and how responding to a baby's needs is not only beneficial, but essential for their development. Child development experts agree that responding to a baby's needs is crucial. When a baby cries, it's their way of communicating discomfort, hunger, or the need for affection. Ignoring these cries can lead to feelings of insecurity and anxiety. One famous psychologist, Dr. John Bowlby, studied how babies form attachments. His groundbreaking research in the mid-20th century revolutionized our understanding of child development and attachment theory. He found that babies who receive consistent care and responsiveness develop a secure attachment style. This secure attachment is the foundation for healthy emotional and social development. This means they feel safe and secure in their relationships. When a baby knows that their caregiver will be there to meet their needs, they can explore the world with confidence, knowing they have a secure base to return to. They learn to trust others and develop healthy emotional bonds. These early experiences of trust and security are crucial as they form the basis for future relationships and emotional well-being. On the other hand, babies who are ignored or neglected may develop an insecure attachment style. This can manifest in various ways, such as anxiety, fear of abandonment, or difficulty forming close relationships. This can lead to emotional and behavioral problems later in life. Children with insecure attachments may struggle with self-esteem, have trouble managing their emotions, and exhibit challenging behaviors. It's important for parents and caregivers to educate themselves about the needs of their children. Understanding that responding to a baby's cries is not spoiling them, but rather nurturing their emotional and psychological growth can make a significant difference. Support systems, such as parenting groups and family therapy, can provide valuable resources and guidance. These networks can help parents feel more confident in their caregiving roles and offer strategies for fostering secure attachments. In conclusion, spoiling is a myth. Responding to a baby's needs with love and care builds a strong foundation for their future. By nurturing secure attachments, we help our children grow into emotionally healthy and resilient individuals. Remember, nurturing with love and building with care is the key to raising happy, secure, and well-adjusted children. Let's debunk the myth of spoiling and embrace the power of responsive caregiving. Section 5. Building trust, one cry at a time. Every time you pick up your crying baby, you're building trust. You're showing them that their needs matter and that you'll be there for them. This is the foundation of a strong and healthy parent-child relationship. Think of it this way. When you respond to your baby's cries, you're not giving in to their demands. You're teaching them about love, security, and responsiveness. You're showing them that the world is a safe and loving place. Section 6. Secure attachment, a foundation for life. The bond you form with your baby during their first year has a ripple effect throughout their life. Babies with secure attachments tend to grow into more confident, independent, and resilient children. They have better social skills, emotional regulation, and problem-solving abilities. They are also more likely to form healthy relationships with others throughout their lives. All of this stems from feeling safe, secure, and loved from the very beginning. Section 7. The importance of physical touch. Holding, cuddling, and rocking your baby aren't just about comfort. Physical touch releases oxytocin, also known as the love hormone, in both you and your baby. Oxytocin promotes bonding, reduces stress, and creates a sense of well-being. It's like magic! So go ahead and shower your baby with cuddles. It's good for both of you. Section 8. Crying it out, more harm than good? You might have heard of the cry it out method, where parents are told to let their babies cry themselves to sleep. This method, also known as controlled crying, is often suggested as a way to teach babies to self-soothe and sleep through the night. The idea is that by allowing the baby to cry for a certain period before offering comfort, they will eventually learn to fall asleep on their own. While this method might work for some families, it's not for everyone. Every baby is different, and what works for one might not work for another. Some parents find that their babies do eventually learn to sleep through the night using this method, but others find it too distressing for both themselves and their child. For some babies, being left alone when they're upset can be scary and confusing. They might not understand why their parents aren't coming to comfort them, which can lead to feelings of abandonment and increased anxiety. This can be particularly true for younger babies who are still developing their sense of security and trust. It can actually increase their stress levels and potentially harm their developing brains. Studies have shown that prolonged crying can lead to elevated levels of the stress hormone cortisol, which can have negative effects on brain development. It's important to consider the potential long-term impacts on your child's emotional and psychological well-being. Always follow your instincts and your baby's cues. If your baby seems particularly distressed by the cry it out method, it might be worth exploring other sleep training techniques. Some parents find success with gentler methods, such as gradually reducing the amount of time they spend comforting their baby or using a consistent bedtime routine to help their baby feel more secure. If you're unsure about what to do, talk to your pediatrician. They can provide guidance based on your baby's individual needs and help you find a sleep training method that works for your family. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to parenting, and it's important to find what works best for you and your baby. Section 9. Raising independent and secure children. Here's the thing. Responding to your baby's needs doesn't mean you can't raise independent children. In fact, it's quite the opposite. When babies feel secure and loved, they're more likely to explore their surroundings and try new things. They know you're there for them if they need you, which gives them the confidence to be independent. It's all about finding a balance between responsiveness and encouraging your baby's growing independence. Section 10. Breaking the cycle. A new generation of parents. We have a chance to break the cycle of outdated parenting beliefs. Let's ditch the myth of spoiling babies and embrace a more nurturing and responsive approach. Our babies deserve to feel safe, loved, and heard. By responding to their needs, we're not only building a strong foundation for their future, but we're also creating a more compassionate and empathetic world. Section 11. Embrace the cuddles. Your baby knows best. Remember, your baby's cries are their way of communicating. Don't be afraid to pick them up, cuddle them, and let them know you're there for them. Trust your instincts and enjoy every moment of this special time with your little one. You're doing great.